Hey there, hope you're having a great day and welcome back to the Snowrunner public test server for the new Phase 3 content. That's right, so soon after Phase 2 dropped, not even that long ago, we've got Phase 3 in testing. So some things are subject to change because they're on the test server, so take everything with a pinch of salt. So we're going to take a quick look at the new map in Wisconsin. We've got 2 new trucks, 3 new trailers, and yeah, we'll start off with this Paystar right next to my twin steer. This is the International Paystar 5600 TS. It is one of the new login trucks, but it's capable of so much more once you've got some unlocks for it. As this is, apart from the flatbed and like the painting and the wheels, this is as it comes stock. No all-wheel drive, no diff lock, which for such a big truck is a big problem. So it has 280 litres of fuel and a variety of add-ons that it can have, including this triple bed with crane, which is pretty neat. Oh, so this, sometimes when you've got to move metal beams and a consumable or a wooden plank, boom, you can do it with just this one truck now. So this will be unlocked with the new content, and I'll quickly show you the next truck. The next truck is this, the BOAR. The BOAR 45318, which is a mammoth of a truck. This is a P16 next to it. The P16 is a mammoth truck. This thing is just massive. So apart from the paint job, this is pretty much as it comes standard, because massive wheels, a fairly wide sort of loading area at the back, and more importantly, it comes with all-wheel drive, which is something the truck on the right of me does not have. But you can also get diff lock unlocked for the truck, so you can switch between them, making it technically more capable than the P16, which is a logging truck. So now we've seen them sort of in the flesh, we'll take a look at both trucks in the garage. So this is the BOAR. In terms of engines, it uses engines that are found in Russia as improvements, so it can get up to S for power to weight and C- for consumption of fuel. The gearbox it has at the minute is the new fine-tuned gearbox, which I will demonstrate later, which allows you to pick exactly where you want to be in low range for that optimum driving. It does have a race suspension option, which is nice, but there are no tyres bigger than 58-inch for it, so there's kind of no point. You'd be just increasing your chances of tipping over. One important note is that it can't have mud tyres, only off-road or chained at the top level, so it will never have an excellent rating in the mud. But I've had a little drive of it and it does seem pretty powerful, so it might not be an issue. Only one winch. I was actually surprised, caught off guard by that. Yeah, so no doubling up on winch power. As you can see, you've got to go out into Wisconsin and find the diff upgrade to make it fully capable. A couple of different snorkel options. I always go for the tallest, because you never know how deep the water is going to get. And when it comes to frame add-ons, we've got this new log carrier front, which the other new truck can have. Seismic vibrator, though the truck does kind of dwarf that equipment quite a bit. And high and low saddle options. That's it. So basically, it's a wood truck. That's what it's for. Looking now at the Paystar, it's quite a good shape. It basically, pretty sure there's another truck with a similar cab, and they've just put it on an extra long body. So the engines for this, unlike the other truck, are found basically. If you've played most of the base game, you should already have these engines unlocked because they're found in Alaska. It can have the same fine-tuned gearbox. That fine-tuned gearbox is like across the game, and then again with other gearboxes found in the other US maps. Can also have raised suspension. Oh wow, yeah, massive. What's that? A couple of inches. But again, the same. There are no tires bigger than 50-inch. So I don't really see the point, unless that's coming in a future PTS patch. But at the minute, 50 inches is the biggest, but it can have mud tires. You got 3 varieties. So technically it's better than the other truck, tires wise, for getting through mud. But at the minute, it's terrible in mud because it doesn't have all-wheel drive, it's super heavy, nor does it have diff lock. It starts with a heavy winch and can have, well, any other bigger winch. Again, more exploration of Wisconsin is required, even though it does say Michigan on the number plate. Oh dear. But yeah, you can have diff lock, you can have all-wheel drive. Again, a couple of snorkel attachments, and this truck has a lot of different add-ons. I don't know why you would ever put saddle law on this truck, because you would just never get around any corners ever. So we'll start at the top. So you got the typical heavy crane. You got the new log carrier front, which is on a swivel. To go with that, you've got the LP4 log loader crane, which does have enough reach to load long logs, but it's a bit finicky. Unequip those. You can have the 3 cargo flatbed. You can have the van body, which takes up 2 slots. So you can actually have saddle law on the back of that. I've got an example outside. We've got the long sideboard bed, long fuel tank, loading crane, which you can equip with the flatbed, as you saw earlier, and saddle law. Back outside, this is a typical login setup for this truck. So you've got the crane, the front log carrier, and one of the new trailers, which is that can either carry medium or long logs. Only long logs when combined with this front section. And it does move pretty nicely. It does take a while for the engine to start up, which I find a little odd. But yeah, it's a pretty nice drive. Other examples we have are this. So it's got the van body and the saddle law. So theoretically, you could be the ultimate. Oh, you can't actually carry the fuel trailer with it. Ah, you can nearly be the ultimate. I mean, you can do that though, in repairing and refueling, or you can load that up with 5 cargo, be able to repair yourself on the go. And let's see, it comes close to catching, but it's just about okay. Or what you could do, my other option, is to become what is essentially a many-wheeled super tanker. So this is what, 300 litres short of 5,000? Yes, so we've got 2,800. Oh, it's 200 litres short of 5,000 litres capacity. All in one, if you were really short on fuel for any reason whatsoever. So this truck, this is the Bandit, and it has equipped the fine-tuned gearbox. So as you can see, it's capable of low minus and low plus, but there are also these midpoints that you can use to really have full control over the rotation of your drive wheels, which is really good because you've probably encountered this times before where low plus is too much in the mud and you're just spraying everywhere, but low range regular is just far too slow and you know you could be going faster. Now you can just give it a little boost however you want. So it's not that there are 5 points on this, you can literally adjust it. So they've turned down the sensitivity of going into reverse and into low range to give you finer control on what exactly you need, so you can actively adapt while driving. So we can see here that we're not throwing any mud up, we can go a bit faster still. Starting to throw some mud up. Bit faster. Big puff of smoke. Full speed. So you can see we're starting to throw up material. So we'll just bring it back in. So that seems like a good spot where we're achieving... We're not wasting any fuel. We're going at a good speed. And we're not stressing the truck spinning in the mud. So I think that's a really good addition. And just to demonstrate the speed differences when changing gears, if we go to automatic, the actual left, right, and up movements, nice and quick. But down from reverse is very, well, it's a controlled speed. And you can see the same. And you can't go all the way from low minus to low plus in one go. It will pause at low regular. Hey, so here we are with the logging station. We've got the Paystar, like the mini twin steer. Equipped, we have a logging crane, a frame add-on for a little logging section, and a logging trailer, the twin axle one. So if we take a look at loading cargo, this is a setup for long logs. So the whole trailer and stuff will pivot around so you can drive around in this array. You can pick, well, it says the truck does not support medium logs, but the trailer does if you change from truck to trailer, which means that that front logging section is kind of pointless. If you're playing a bit more sort of hardcore, you could, like me, choose to manually load. So we'll have a look at the crane. We'll just start the engine so we can hopefully, there we go, have a go with the crane. Nice animation of the cab ascending. So this works, what you've got to load works in the same way as it did in, well, I don't know why I pressed the right trigger, in spin tires. Yep. Where, ooh, okay, that's not wholly in the middle. So you've got to load 3 logs in order to kind of spin this round. Yep, on the D-pad. You've got to load 3 logs in order to get the full set. And the crane just about reaches. And so far, it doesn't seem like it struggles that much with the weight compared to like the winch-based cranes, which is so good. Unfortunately, it is still resetting the crane every time, which is a bit annoying. But it's quite easy to do multiple actions at the same time. There we are. Next one in. Yeah, so there's no risk of sort of tipping over, which is nice. Whoop. Oh, bit too much on that. And then down we go with this one. We need full extension. Near enough. Drop that in. The green dot represents the fact that it's in a good spot. Resets the crane every time. Doesn't get old. Especially with a longer animation. Alright, last but not least. Still think they have the buttons in backwards because it's LB to raise and RB to lower with the controller. Why would LB not be lower? Because L. Anywho, grab the last log. Keep it straight as we can. And to pop it in the framing. So then when we take this back, we can say pack cargo. Some logs were placed unevenly. So I loaded some long logs and unpacked, and I wasn't able to repack. So we're gonna put that down as... I mean, they're all in there. They're all showing as green. So we're going to put that down as a bug. Anyway, moving on. Another new trailer is this, the generator trailer, which has the option to, well, turn on the generator. Not entirely sure what it's used for yet, but there's a big ass engine in the back. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what that's for. So this is the trailer I was using earlier. It's trailer_log for now, obviously subject to change. That enables you to carry medium logs, but for the setup where you've got the crane and the dolly, I'd say use the log pole, because that can carry the long logs, and it's a shorter wheelbase, which is always nice. So in terms of new customization, a couple new bobbleheads. Some unlocked, some from the previous update, some unlocked through trials. Accessories wise, with a few more bits and pieces here. Not always central. Ooh, weird. Totally new is curtains, for which it's not allowing me to actually look in the middle. Yeah, some nice curtain patterns. New interior stickers past. So these are the new ones. So clean truck, mud, off-road hero. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, some new exterior stickers mixed in with the old ones. That's quite a lot now. Truck. New windscreen stickers. And where is it? Charging bull. So this is where, oh, where is it gone? So the BOAR actually has a unique ornament as opposed to the other trucks. Because it is the BOAR, it has a BOAR. Along with mud up. So yeah, the stickers on the windscreens and stuff, they're not the same across the board. Now we've got a better view of the curtains this time. Right, so now we'll take a look at the maps themselves. So, taking a look at the Wisconsin maps themselves, starting with Black Badger Lake, which is the starting area. You can see in the upper right the garage and the trailer store, which has upgrade number 1 just behind it to the north. Upgrade number 2 is in the very southwest. Upgrade 3 is a short drive from number 2, and number 4 on the east side of the map is kind of isolated. So the map feels pretty big to drive on. The top, so the left and top area, sort of everything above and to the west of the, I guess, hourglass shaped lake is quite easy to drive on. It's dirt roads, tarmac roads. Watch out for some of the rocks that don't actually move. Some of them, for some reason, are stuck in the ground at the moment, and yeah, don't move at all, which is pretty unnerving if you're driving at a bit of speed. There is a railway line that runs from the western lake down, so it goes from northwest to southwest. Near the area exit at the bottom, you can just see where it intersects the grey coloured roads. That is in quite a deep cut-in, so be careful you don't just bail off there. There are a couple of bridges to build around the map, and it seems that the east side, especially where you can see the fuel station, sort of middle east part of the map, that is a flooded town, which leads also to one of the nearby logging areas. So just be wary of that. Make sure you've got your mud tires on and that you've got plenty of ground clearance. Taking a look at Grainswood's River, you've got an array of watchtowers, most of them with a pretty large radius, covering a pretty big area. But the smallest one in the southeast actually covers two upgrades, but is the smallest coverage. There are multiple ingress points, but I believe there are missions to unlock more than one. There is one at the minute in the first map, which is in the southwest area where the rail line is. That's the quickest way in, I think, so far. Upgrades scattered around. This map is a bit more rural, a bit more. You'll be just off the beaten track. So yeah, and there's another big thing about these maps is they've brought forward the mechanics from Yukon. So there's in areas there's limited cargo, and you've got to use the crafting areas, which is that sort of square brackets and cog area. There's a couple of warehouses that hold materials. There are brick areas, like brick shacks. There are wooden buildings, metal buildings. Just bringing all those mechanics forward to be put on top of the logging mechanics, which include sort of you've got your medium logs and your long logs. There's also sequoia tree branches on specific trailers rather than loading it on separately. So there's that to look out for too. That has been a quick overview of everything we know so far for the Phase 3 update. I don't really know when the update will be coming out for console and PC in its completed state, but as it's on PTS, it's probably gonna, I don't know, say within about 3 or 4 weeks. So if you found this video insightful, please consider liking, sharing, and if you enjoyed it, drop a sub. I've got plenty of other Snowrunner content on the channel. So I want to thank you very much for watching. I've been Deck, and this has been Snowrunner with Phase 3 update. Thank you very much, and goodbye.